All right, it's great to have Miss Jan here with us. Jan, would you tell the folks who you are and who you with?
I am Jan TRAINHAM, and I'm a pharmacist and part owner of Smith County Drug here in Carthage.
Okay, and you guys have been a fixture in the community for many years, haven't you?
Since 1976.
That's what I thought. And how long have you actually been there yourself?
I've been there since 2001 as a pharmacist. I started as a student under Steve Wilmore in 1989.
Okay, so you've got a few years there too.
Just a few.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of wonderful folks there with you. And if we start naming names, I'll forget one of them. So.
Well, my partners, Cosette Manis and Lisa Harville, and then Jay Wilmore, Steve's son. We're all four partners.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, there's some really fine folks down there. You guys do a good job, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to ask you here today.
Okay.
Of course, we appreciate y'all being a chamber member and supporting the chamber and what they do, but. There's a lot of things that happen this time of year that people need to know about that I don't think a lot of people have a good grasp of. Shots and just different things going on. Could you kind of just go over some of that?
Sure. A lot of people don't realize that your local pharmacy is really one of the best resources for immunizations now and vaccines. Of course, this time of year we're doing flu vaccines, and we have high dose for people 65 and up, and we just have a regular flu vaccines, and those go from age 4-year-old and up, the ones that we have. And then, of course, we're giving COVID vaccines. We're sort of still in the middle of that with the boosters with Johnson & Johnson and Moderna, and we have those, and then shingles vaccines. Anybody 50 and up, they're eligible to have a shingles vaccine, and most insurances cover that or cover part of it, and that's an important thing as far as preventative health. And then we have pneumonia also, and Tdap. If you have anybody in your family that's having a baby, then you have to have a Tdap vaccine because of whooping cough now, the resurgence of that. So we have a full line of vaccines now.
Okay, well now, if you're, obviously I'm over 65, if you're over 65, if you can't remember if you've had a shingles shot, if you can't remember, does it hurt if you go ahead and have another one, or?
Well, for one thing, Medicare will tell us whether you've had one or not.
Oh,
when we try
I
to
see.
run
So
it,
you can check it.
We can check it and see. And there's an older one that came at Zostavax, which was the older one, but there's a new one called Shingrix. It's been out about 5 years. And even if you had the old one, physicians want you to have the new one because it's so much more effective.
Okay, and obviously anybody that had chickenpox when they were a child are a candidate to have shingles at some point.
And even if you've had the shingles, they would still, after you get over the shingles, they would want you to have the shingles vaccine to prevent a recurrence of that.
When I was a kid, they used to say you get them around here, and if they meet, you would die. There's nothing to that.
There's nothing to that, but it is painful.
It is. Yeah, you feel like you're going to die.
You feel like you're going to die.
But nothing to that. What about the pneumonia shot? Is it the same way? If you've got it once, you don't need it anymore, or could you get another one?
Well, there's two different pneumonia shots. The first one you get at 65, age 65, typically, unless you have other health issues. You could get it younger depending on that, but typically people get the first one at 65, and that's a Prevnar 13. That covers 13 different variants of the bacteria, and then there's a Pneumovax 23, and you'd come in 8 to 10 weeks later and get that second one. And then after you have that series, you're good for about 10 years.
Okay, and does Medicare keep up with that as well?
Yes, it does.
It does.
So if you got one at the doctor's office or in the hospital, and we try to bill, it'll tell us which one you're eligible for.
Okay, all
that
right.
sort of helps keep it straight.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to know. Now, of course, the Tdap, that's just a voluntary thing, and and like you said, if somebody's got a new grandbaby or something like that, it'd be good for you to get that because you could pass that on to them. I know the COVID shots. They're doing the boosters now, and I think they're coming out to where you can inoculate younger children now.
They are. Pfizer has been approved in children, but no, we don't carry the Pfizer vaccine. But Moderna is working on that for school-age children. Right now, Moderna and Johnson & Johnson are both 18 and up.
Okay, so you can't really do the smaller children, and a lot of I know the health department is doing a lot of that too.
They are.
Okay, what else? You mentioned flu vaccine.
Right.
Okay, every year the flu vaccine is a little different. Is that correct? Because they try to guess what strain is going to hit.
Exactly. And they start on that as soon as flu season's over and until they get the mix and then they get the vaccine out. But it is a little bit different every year based on what they cover.
Now, and you may not know the answer to this because I've never asked this from anybody before, but I have in my mind the impression that flu started in 1918, and that's when it really got going, because that was when they had that the Spanish flu, the pandemic that happened, and then all the strains that we have now are mutations of that original. Is that kind of the way it was?
It is. You have flu A and flu B and H1N1, and those variants have what they call drifted through the years. But the Spanish flu in 1918 was a huge one. Now, the flu's been around longer than that, but that's when it sticks in everybody's mind.
Yeah,
it's really coming into how deadly it was.
Right. So many people died. In fact, I was reading our post 57 for the veterans here, American Legion, is named after Charlie E. Price, and he was in Europe, and he was a lieutenant, and I couldn't quite figure out. If somebody out there knows, let me know. But I think he was, I know he was in aviation, and he might have been a pilot. He was from Chestnut Mound, and it appears that he died of pneumonia. And I got to reading about back then, and pneumonia and flu took a lot of lives.
Took a lot of lives back then.
So having the vaccines and stuff that we have today, it's a blessing to be able to have that, because
we don't realize how fortunate we are.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't be around. I might not be around, because of some of the things that I've been able to avail myself of. Well, okay, now you guys don't only do vaccines. You've got all kinds of prescription drugs, but you got a lot of non-prescription stuff and gifts and things like that. Is that right?
That's right. We carry gifts. We've got a full line of herbs and vitamins, and we've got a lot of vitamins that help boost your immune system during the winter, and especially with flu and COVID, and all kinds of supplements. So. Okay.
Well, now if a person, they just didn't really want to go spend the match to go to a doctor and everything, could they kind of get some advice or ask questions of you guys?
Sure. That's actually, pharmacists are one of your best resources on health care and on over-the-counter medicines and just in general supplements and things like that to help you.
Okay, and you carry all of that, vitamins and everything that you might need. I know I came in there one time and needed something for like a sniffle, and you guys, how you take this, and then there was something I had that was a prescription, and Miss Samantha Gentry. Does she still work with you guys? Or
No, she's at the hospital now.
She's at the hospital, but she was working there then, and she took me. She said, "Now, Mr. Bill, you can pay this over here, but we've got this on," and it was actually a bigger tube and cheaper.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate when I get treated like that. And your store, your folks do that for folks.
Thank you. We try to help.
Yeah, and I know that was the training she got from you guys. Well, is there anything we missed? Do we need to mention?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming by.
All right.
And we really appreciate Smith County Drugs, folks. If you need something, these guys can help you out. Would you give them the phone number so they can call you?
Sure. 615-735-2223. And we have a website, smithcountydrug.com. We're on Facebook. And we have an app where you can send your prescriptions in over the app. So.
Okay, and if you're driving down Main Street, they're right at the end. The hospital's here, and you guys are right there.
Right there at the
Smith County Drugs. Okay.
Right.
Jan, thanks for coming.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, we're still here at the Heritage Museum, and Miss Mary Leslie came by. Go ahead and tell them who you're with and all that, and who you are.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Mary Leslie Wakefield. I'm with the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition.
Okay, and it's one of these beautiful winter days. I noticed you're dressed for it. You got your cape on this time.
That's right. I like to stay warm.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Okay, what's going on at the Drug Coalition that we need to know about?
Well, our next coalition meeting is December, 16th. It'll be at the Chamber. It's at 12 noon, and we're going to be doing a celebration just because it's Christmas time, but also sometimes Christmas time is a hard time for people. Sometimes people get blue, or maybe they've lost family members, and actually in the state of Tennessee, our suicide rates have increased. In the elderly, veterans, they're a high group too, and even in our young people, it's our third our third leading cause of death now from age 13 to 21. So we are providing a suicide prevention training. Mike Anderson will be doing that. I don't know if you've ever heard his training before, Bill, but it's excellent. So if you would like to come to our meeting, we provide you lunch, excellent training to help you if you have some blue times during the holiday, or you know somebody else that's struggling during the holidays. Come with us and come eat with us and listen to this training, and I tell you, it will be very helpful for you.
Yeah, well, and it's good that you have a service like that you offer. In the meetings, I've attended many of them, and they're very informative, and you actually make friends there. You'll meet people, start seeing the same faces, and it's a good place to just kind of network, I guess, with folks that are in the community that are offering other services as well.
That's right. Any businesses that want to come, but also just if you're a concerned parent or a grandparent, if you want to come join us, we're all about prevention. So if you want to prevent tobacco, alcohol, and drug use in our county, we would value you to be at our table, and we would like to hear what you have to say and be a part of us. Just we are always looking for volunteers, but we're always looking for what do you think in the community. We want people's ideas, and we want what they think.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Now, you have a Narcan program.
Yes. Actually, maybe next time we can get our new hire to come, because Kobe Lane has stepped down, so we have a new hire, and Suzanne Angel is still doing it, but she has a new partner. But yes, we still provide training. Suzanne will probably meet just about anybody anywhere to give that training if you need the Narcan or naloxone for opioid overdose. And it doesn't have to be somebody that's using illicit drugs. Even people that have prescribed drugs can overdose. So it's just really important. If you take the training, you can get the medication at no cost. It's a very simple, easy training. This program is called Tennessee Save a Life. I think we lost about 3,000 Tennesseans last year from overdose. And if you think about multiply that across the whole country, it's close to 100,000 people we lost last year just from overdose. And the age range from that is from 25 to about 35. So that's just too young. And those are moms and dads and brothers and sisters. So if you're concerned about somebody in your family, call the coalition. Our number is 615-588-1622. We can get you some training and get you some naloxone in your home.
Okay, and you're located, their office is down on 15 Water Street?
115 Water Street, right beside Domino's. Yep. Yeah, you can always stop in and see us. We're growing. Come grow with us.
All right. Well, Mary, anything we missed?
I don't think so, Bill. I think we got it.
Okay, well, thank you for coming, and I'm glad we got to see this beautiful tree.
It's beautiful.
I just noticed the rooster in the top of it. He adds a lot to it. I've never seen a tree topper like that.
I like it too.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for coming.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, we're still here at the Heritage Museum. We're kind of going around seeing the trees. Had another guest come to see us. Travis, if you don't care, introduce yourself and tell them who you're with.
Hey, I'm Travis Poindexter. I'm with Cumberland Athletic Club.
Okay, now you have that famous last name, right?
Yes, sir, Poindexter.
Poindexter. I saw in the parade, Poindexter Farms. I don't know if your dad's branching out, I guess.
Well, yeah, you do that when you have equipment, and for liability reasons and things like that, you have to designate some of those things. So
yeah, well, it was a good idea. I kidded him a little bit. I said, I thought you was in real estate. He said, I am. But anyway, enough about Digger. Let's talk about you.
Sure.
You have got a wonderful business over in South Carthage.
Yes, sir.
Over that. It's Cumberland Athletic. Is that right?
Yeah, Cumberland Athletic Club. Yes, sir. Okay,
now, I don't know if I'm behind or ahead here. I think you have 2 buildings now.
We are. We're going to be moving into a second location this year. We have 2 permits that we're working on right now. It'll kind of be in 3 stages, but the front portion of the building will have a new gym extension into it on the front part of the building, which is inaccessible from the top portions of the building on the top of the hill. So we'll have new gym space there that we'll be doing classes and things in. It'll take some of our cars down to that lot during class time and during the peak times of the gym, make more parking up at the top of the hill so we can stop spilling out into the side streets and things like that when it gets really busy in the winter and early spring. So part of it, we needed more square footage, and part of it is for parking reasons and things like that, be able to do things like that. It'll give us a chance to advertise there in front of the walking track and on Main Street too, whereas right now our building's kind of tucked away on top of the hill.
Right.
We get people coming in from Smith County, from other counties that may live here for a few months or 6 months or even a year that don't even know we're there. And we do get folks that stumble in there because they wouldn't see us driving by otherwise and things like that. So.
Well, it's good you're going to have that visibility. Now, you have a lot of amenities that people can avail themselves of.
Sure.
Like if you're facing your building that's on top of the hill right now, you've got a full gym, I think.
Right. We have basketball there now. We have a golf simulator up there. We've got, of course, the cardio area, a CrossFit gym, a strength gym. We have martial arts there. And our other building will give us a chance to get into some other things like youth baseball is going to be a focus of the other one, and softball, girls softball too. We'll have equipment for those for training for young adults, hitting cages and things like that. And then we'll have a nicer golf area at the other building. So we're going to try and put something a little bit different together for our golf over there. Top Golf and things like that have gotten popular nationwide. So there's not really anybody servicing that locally, even within a county radius around Smith. So we're going to try and get golf teams there, people that golf all year, seniors that can't play in the wintertime because it's cold or it's pouring rain. We'll try and get more folks like that involved in doing some of that. So more to come on it. We're not ready on that yet, but we're working on it. So
if I get my clubs and come over tomorrow, your golf simulator is not ready yet.
The one at the other building technically is ready. We've got to get a heating unit put in that space, but as soon as the simulator and all is functional and ready, it's just that's one of the holdups is it's one of those, I'm sure you heard of the nation's supply chain issues. Heat and air industry, no different. So some of the things that we're needing to get, we're kind of on a hold on waiting on, but we have a unit on order as soon as it comes in. That one will be there. We're probably going to limit the one at the main gym likely to gym members. The other one at the other site will probably be more of a pay-per-play type situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's give them a phone number. I've got a lot more questions, but let's give them a phone number.
615-418-1234 is the number of the gym.
Okay, and what's the address of the main gym?
Main gym is 140 Davis, Davis Street South, Carthage 37030, and the other building will be at, I believe it's I can't remember off the top of my head. It might be 212. It's on South it's next Main. It's next to City Hall in South Carthage.
Yeah,
so.
South Main, right across from.
I think it's 212, but I don't remember.
Right across from the beginning of the parking or the walking track.
Right.
Okay. When you mentioned membership, now how do you structure your
well, most of our plans there are based on what folks are looking to do. We don't really have a one price for the whole everything unless that's what somebody wants to do. Generally, we have plans that's if somebody just wants to come in and do cardio, we have a plan just for that. If they want to do lighter lifting with a cardio, or if they want to add basketball or whatnot, we kind of tailor the plan to the person. So the more stuff that they want to do, generally it's a little bit more expensive. But, people can start, as cheaply as $25 a month. And if they qualify for different discounts, whether it be military, several of the factories in town sponsor us, or nurses, police, things like that. It could be as low as like $17.50 or something like that. So it depends on the plan and what kind of qualifications. If there's more people on a plan, it can be cheaper per person also. Okay,
well now the hours of operation are
24/7.
24 hours?
24 hours. Yes, sir.
So they get a key fob or whatever, and they can get in and use it anytime then.
New Year's Day at 1 a.m. you could go.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you have people using it all hours.
They do, and it's actually, it works out great. It's its own security because people are in there all the time. We don't really have to have a security guard at night. We have probably 20 police officers and state troopers and so forth that are in and out. So we're really lucky. We have great members. We have law enforcement. We have nurses. We have different folks that are there. So works out great.
So and it's a good community of people then that are using it. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the other building come up in online.
Yes, sir.
And if somebody, you said you have a website, is it CumberlandAthletics.com?
It's www.cac.fitness as opposed to .com. It's .fitness.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, Travis, thanks a lot, and come back again, please.
All right, thank you.
Okay, still here at the museum, obviously, and we got in front of the church tree this time. They have some beautiful trees here. Drea, would you do me a favor and introduce yourself to these folks?
Absolutely. I'm Drea Frondorf with the American Red Cross, and excited to be here and thank Carthage community for all that you do to help us on a continual basis year after year after year.
Okay, now for your friends and your bosses that are going to be watching this, tell us your real name.
Andrea Marie Canigliaro Frondorf.
All right, we got it in there. Okay, now you're here to talk about the American Red Cross, and
Yes, sir.
we do a collaboration with you guys for a blood drive at the Chamber and Rotary Club.
Yes.
Okay, and so I don't know, I won't ask you too many questions about that, but if you want to talk about that just a little bit, frequency of it, and just anything else you'd like to add.
Would love to. Thank you. Because your partnership actually impacts our mission in a huge way. So we really appreciate all that you do to help us to make sure that we meet patient needs. So you guys, our records go back to, I believe, 2000, but you guys have been doing blood drives way beyond that.
Yes.
It's been amazing how many that you do. And we typically have 6 a year here that we do. Each one averages anywhere between 40 and 45 donors that we get. For the year 2021, we collected 267 pints of blood here in Carthage, which helps up to 800 patients depending on exactly how they use the products and what is needed. So the impact is huge. What we're doing here with everything that you all do makes a huge difference for meeting those patient needs.
Okay, well, blood is not like, it's not something that you can put on the shelf and it stay there forever. The blood supply has to keep circulating, is that right?
Absolutely. Yes, for red blood cells, the shelf life is only 42 days. And so from that, we always have to continually be making sure that we are, getting those products in. Even over the holidays, a lot of times people ask us, why are you having a blood drive during the holiday? And it's because patient needs don't take a vacation. They need them constantly. And with our platelets and plasma that we have to get, platelets only have a shelf life of 5 days. So we have to continually make sure we're getting those products in to be able to meet patient needs.
So that's why you are always having the blood drives in different locations. And actually, I think there's more than one that goes on here in the county on occasion.
Yes, absolutely. And if there's a need, we just appreciate all that you do here, because if we have a need and I make a phone call, you guys make it happen. So y'all are wonderful.
Well, Rotary
community.
Club guys they're pretty special. You have to be special to meet at 6:45 in the morning, don't you?
Yes, been there, done that.
Yeah, you
That's
came and
early.
spoke to us. So it's a good club.
Great
We've
group.
got 2 wonderful Rotary clubs here in the county. The Smith County Rotary meets over at Gordonsville at noon. And it might be a good idea for you to think about speaking over there.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, ours meets at 6:45 over here on Tuesday mornings. Okay, to talk more about Red Cross, though, you guys have offices or a regional office, or how does that work?
Yeah, our center is actually located in Nashville, and that's a place you can go donate, and that's where all of our offices are housed right now. And even during the pandemic, we've kept everything open and working because we are essential, having to make some accommodations where we have to. But with what with the blood need that is constant, and with the, ebb and flow of what's been going on in the year 2021, it's critical to make sure we continue the blood program strong to be able, again, to meet those patient needs, because every 2 seconds someone in the U.S. needs blood. So we try to keep everything here. We service our local needs first, with being, major hospitals and trauma centers in Nashville, and then we are able to send it out across state lines as well, which makes it fantastic. So you never know when a family member in another state might be receiving Red Cross blood. So it all matters.
The donations that you take, there's actually several different ways that you can donate blood. I know here at the one that Rotary helps do, they have what they call a double red, or
Yes.
Explain all of those.
Sure. Yes. So regular donations are whole blood donations, and that's when you have, your one arm and you do one donation, and that can help up to 3 patients. It's usually around, 1 to 1.5, depending on how they use the blood products. The Power Res actually can do double of that. So it's taking out a concentrated amount of red blood cells and putting the plasma and platelets back into your body. So it actually counts as 2 units for what we're collecting. It can help more patients. And then with putting the plasma and platelets back into the donor, donors lots of times say that they feel, a lot better than a regular donation, even because they have that back in there. So, and we can only do Power Reds with type O, positive and negative, A negative, and B negative. And then there are weight and height requirements depending on if you're male or female.
Okay, so
but those make a big difference.
My A positive is not as popular.
Unfortunately, no, but we will take your blood for a regular donation.
Okay, that's another thing. They ask a lot of questions, and the reason they do that is they want to make sure the blood supply is safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that the donor is safe. We want to make sure, your iron is checked when you come donate blood. We check your heart rate and those types of things to make sure that the donor is in good, health before they donate. And then, yes, we ask all the health history questions ahead of time to make sure that we do. It's a safe process for everybody.
Okay. Well, you guys, when do you happen to know when the next time?
The next one is January 3rd, so it's right after the New Year. And again, like I said earlier, it's a holiday, so it's even more important to make sure that we have that appointment schedule filled to meet those needs after coming. We always find during the holidays we have a slower amount of turnout, across the nation. So they always do some type of incentive that we're very thankful for, whether, it's a T-shirt or a ball cap or something they'll do on January 3rd for all the donors that are coming out for that. But it's going to be from 12 to 5, and you can go to redcrossblood.org and put in the sponsor code Carthage19, where it says find a blood drive, and then you can go right there and schedule your appointment.
Okay, and you can make an appointment, or you can actually walk in.
You can. Yep, you can walk in. We take in walk-ins.
Of course,
for sure.
The appointments, they get their time.
Yes,
no
you don't have to
what.
wait as long if you do your appointment, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that's true.
For busy people, especially.
They both work, and
yes.
I've done it both ways, and it works equally well. Okay, is there anything we've missed that you need to discuss or tell us about?
No, I think that's it. Just really want to thank you. Thank you for all that you do.
Okay.
Thank you for working with us. And, if there's anything that I can do to help, make the blood program better, I'm certainly here to do that. But again, we've been doing it for so many years. Like just a well-oiled machine. It just keeps going, and y'all just keep cranking. And so thank you.
Well, you're welcome, Ms. Caligliano. Did I say it right?
Canigliaro, close, yes.
That was close. No, Drea.
Drea.
It's great to have
just call
you.
me Drea.
Okay, well, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, first I'd like to say, Mary, it is so good to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
You were on maternity leave, is that right?
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is a wonderful thing to be on leave for.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, you have got a lot of things going on with FCE, is that right? But first, tell them who you are and who you with.
I am Mary Draper with the UT Extension, Family and Consumer Sciences, and our FCE is busy doing lots of different things. And in fact, our Night Owls FCE Club made this Century Farm tree, and I think a couple other groups made trees throughout the museum. So be sure to get a look at them. But I was actually wanting to talk about the mismatch between supply and demand right now, because lots of people are doing their holiday shopping, hopefully early, planning ahead, and they might not be able to get the products they want.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
So the first tip I have is to plan ahead. So if you're not already doing your shopping, go ahead and be looking at those things. And also that goes with that planning is making a budget. I know it's really hard to stick to a budget sometimes, but go ahead and write that list down, the person's name, and then whatever you're wanting to spend for them, and then plan for that amount. Now, it might be hard to get the exact product you want by the date, so you might have to do a little bit shifting when you're looking at that list. So just be in mind for that and don't panic. And then also, it's always a good idea to shop local. And I'm just amazed about the variety we have here in town of different shops. So that's always a good idea as well. And then also, when you're thinking about a person, just like my husband, so he really likes acts of service. So if I'm thinking about a gift for him, I might just say, hey, I'm going to make you dinner one night, whatever you want. So you don't necessarily have to spend a lot to do that, and it's something that you can do anytime. So I know a lot of people like quality time. So let's say that you have a grandchild, and maybe you could do something together, like making a craft for them, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to worry about shipping time or anything like that, and you're spending that quality time together as well. And then we also want to be realistic, because many people in 20 didn't get to spend their holiday season together. So they might want to make up for it this holiday season, but that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to spend more.
Okay, well, and you mentioned we have a lot of variety here locally, and I'm finding that to be very true. We just recently had a hometown Christmas and had the parade through the town, and merchants were open like that Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and they said that they've seen a lot of people coming in. So a lot of people are taking advantage of what we have locally, and I think that's a good thing.
Right, it definitely is. You can find unique gifts right here, and then you also don't have to worry about shipping expenses and also getting that gift on time.
Okay. Well, Mary, is there? I know you're going to be doing FCE in January.
Yeah, so we invite anybody right now in December. All the clubs are doing something special for Christmas, but you can always reach out to the Extension office, and we have 8 clubs throughout the county, and we were glad to have you at any of the clubs. And we also have a mailbox membership in case you're not sure if you want to commit yet. You can always be a mailbox member and see through the newsletter what's going on with the different clubs.
Okay, how do they contact you? What's the numbers?
615-735-2900.
Okay, 2900, and just ask for Mary.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Mary, thank you a lot. And again, congratulations on the increase in your family. I know you're thrilled about that.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Hey, everyone. Happy to be with you here for the month of December. My name's Katie Martin. I'm the 4-H agent here in Smith County, and I've got Chris, our ag agent, here with us as well. Wanted to keep you up to date about all the goings on with UT Extension in the county. 4-H is rocking and rolling. We're in our clubs in the classroom, just finishing up on those 4-H speeches that teach such good communication skills for our young people. We will have our county contest this month on December 16th. The county contest is open to any 4-H'er who was first or second place in their club contest. So if you have a 4-H'er that was first or second, please encourage them to participate in the county contest and call our office to RSVP so we know to be expecting you. This month we also have a community club meeting. Our community club is 7th through 12th grade. This is where we can help our high schoolers really get plugged in to all the awesome opportunities that 4-H offers to our senior high 4-H members. We have great social activities where we get to spend time with friends, but we also concentrate a lot on service. This month we'll be making goodie baskets for all of our emergency service personnel in the county. So if you know a 7th through 12th grader that might like to stay involved in 4-H, this is a great opportunity for them. Also, even though it seems a little bit early, it's never too early to start thinking about 4-H camp. As Christmas time rolls around, there is nothing better than giving the gift of 4-H camp. So if you have a 4th through 6th grade child or grandchild that might want to go to 4-H camp this year, you could start thinking about giving them the gift of camp for Christmas. Also, we're always looking for businesses or individuals who might want to sponsor a child to go to camp to have that opportunity, because we know the financial costs can be restrictive for some of our 4-H'ers, and we want them to have the opportunity to go to camp no matter what. So if it's on your heart this giving season to help a young person go to 4-H camp, definitely get in touch with us at the office and we can help you get that set up. So lots going on with 4-H. We're excited for a strong finish this year and excited for a great 2022 as well. Chris, what all do we have going on the ag side of things?
So I've been spending my day-to-day working on end of the year reports, and it got me to thinking about all the great things we've done throughout the year, all the farmers that we've had the opportunity to work with, and how blessed we are to get to work with these 4-H'ers, these farmers, these families. It's just been such a great year, and a lot of these opportunities have been face-to-face, a lot of them have been virtual, and so I want to make sure folks check out our YouTube page. We do have a YouTube page. If you just search Smith County Extension on YouTube, a lot of our videos we've done, our Cultivating Community series that you and I have done, that's on DTC, and we appreciate DTC so much for airing those, but they're also available on YouTube. So if any of our viewers miss those or want to go back and watch them, they can do that. And we've got a brand new one that just pushed out December about Putnam County that we're really proud of, is really good. So check that out on YouTube, subscribe on our Facebook page as well, like it. We'd love to keep you updated about the goings on in extension. But the end of the year also brings not only reviewing the past year, we're also looking forward to 2022. And one of the big programs that we're going to do early next year is the Master Farm Manager program. A lot of our programs in the past have focused on the production side of agriculture. How do we grow more corn? How do we grow bigger calves? How do we grow better sheep and those things, the production standpoint. But this class, the Master Farm Manager class, really focuses on the management aspect of farming. So we're going to talk about topics like record keeping, farm loans, employment, all kinds of things, financial statements. It's really going to be management focused, and it's not commodity specific. So it doesn't matter if you're a livestock producer, if you're a row crop producer, if you have just a vegetable garden and you want to learn how to maybe turn that into a small business. I think this class will be right up your alley regardless of what you're growing. The Master Farm Manager class, it's going to be on Tuesday and Thursdays from February the 10th through March the 8th. So it'll be 8 sessions. The cost is $75. We'll have a meal each night. So we'll feed you enough to get your $75 worth, along with all the good education that you'll get. So that's available. You can call our office at 615-735-2900. Also, information will be on our website. If you go to smith.tennessee.edu, you can find more information about the Master Farm Manager class. And again, keep up with us on social media, because a lot of the things that we have going on the ag side, as well as the 4-H and the family consumer science, we put that on social media as a way of pushing that out and getting the word out. So make sure you follow us on Facebook and subscribe on our YouTube channel. But we appreciate DTC having us, appreciate the Chamber.
Okay, we are so happy to be here at the Heritage Museum. Miss Pam, tell them who you are and who you're with.
I'm Pam Billington, and I'm with the Smith County Heritage Museum.
Okay, what is your official title? Aren't you chairman of the board?
Well, I think that's what they call me, yeah.
Okay, the CEO of the Smith County Heritage Museum. Well,
that's right.
And I want to say, I know for a fact you're doing a fine job.
Well, thank
I really
you.
appreciate what you're doing here.
Thank you.
We want to talk about a lot of things. First off, what's going on is the trees that we have.
Exactly.
Tell us about that.
We have so many trees throughout our museum that have been brought in and decorated by different groups here in the county. The FCE groups have decorated some beautiful trees. This one in particular, behind us, is from the Gordonsville FCE, and they have decorated it in a tribute to music. And we have it here in our music area of the museum. And they have brought in antique ornaments and some even antique toys on display around their tree. They have done a lovely job on getting this tree decorated. And we appreciate all the clubs that have, and organizations that have brought in trees.
Yeah, and maybe asking a little much for you to remember all of them because there's so many, but there are some beautiful trees. I know the Century Farm tree, I've seen that. Mm-hmm. There's a tree in the Veterans area.
Oh, the Veterans is absolutely gorgeous.
So, we're really good for that. Hell, I don't know if we can remember them all, but there's also one in the school area. Is that right?
That's right. That was decorated by the Holloman family in memory of their dad, Mac Holloman, who attended the Green Hill School. And we have the door of the Green Hill School in our display, and he loved Christmas. And so his daughters brought in a tree and decorated it in his memory.
Well,
I thought that was so sweet. Yeah.
Now, is that the one right here, or?
No, it's in the school area.
Okay. What is the one that's?
This is in the
camera shot.
The church area, and this one was decorated by the Carthage FCE, and they handmade all the angels that are on the tree. They were handmade by the members of the Carthage FCE.
Okay, and I'm going to test your memory here. Which one are we forgetting?
Well, I don't know that we've mentioned the DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution tree up front, and it honors all the patriots of the Revolution.
The patriot tree
that are buried here in this county, which we have lots of people who are descendants of that, of the Revolutionary
that's
patriots.
one thing. We are so far down. You would think that Smith County, Tennessee would be far removed from the Revolutionary War.
Not at all.
But that's not true. We
That's
have
right.
had a very deep and long-lasting relationship with
that's right.
that era.
Right, and then we also have the Daughters of the Confederacy who have decorated a tree in the Civil War area.
Right, and again, Smith County, you would think was far away from what was going on with that, but it was
We
not.
were very involved in the Civil War on both sides here in this county.
Tennessee was it was the last state, I think, to secede and the first state to come back.
Yeah.
So if you study your history, so Tennessee has been right on the forefront of a lot of things that
Yes,
happened.
so everybody can come and look at these trees and tour the museum, and it doesn't cost you a penny because the admission is free here every day.
Yeah, and it's a good place to look back at some of the good memories of Smith County.
Yes.
Now, we also have a lot of things for sale. We'll
yes,
start
we do.
At my right here, we've got a
Yes.
Christmas ornament
Yes.
that I about dropped.
Yeah.
And this is the 2021 ornament, and it shows the confluence of the Caney Fork and the Cumberland River. It doesn't say it that way.
No, but that's what it
And
that is what it is.
It is a beautiful shot of the two rivers as they come together.
Exactly.
And that's available here. Do you know the cost possibly?
It's $10.
Okay, it's $10. Make a good Christmas gift for somebody,
Exactly.
especially if they're a history buff.
I know when I was teaching school, I would have students who would bring me ornaments from here, and I just loved getting those ornaments every year.
Okay, well, here's a ball cap. It's vented, one size fits all, and it has a Smith County
It has the Smith County
leather
logo,
patch on the front of it.
as well as the beanie there.
And then there is a toboggan or beanie.
Yeah.
And it has the leather Smith County logo on it. And then, of course, you've got different sizes. This just happened to be the one we picked up.
Yes.
But this is a Smith County shirt. Now, you see the medallion on the front. Well, when you look on the back, here are all the communities
That's right.
listed.
That's right. We have them all
so
listed
that you can
back
know,
there.
What community you're in, and it's not just the incorporated towns; it's all the community names too.
That's right.
So I think that's,
And we have them in long sleeve, and we also have them in short sleeve. The long sleeve are in black, and the short sleeve are in navy. And they sure have been popular. We have sold them and just can't keep them in stock because we keep selling them. We also have this soap made by Miss Connie Crowell Farnell, and she makes, this is the Granny Growl's back scratching soap, and she tries to incorporate her history of her family in Chestnut Mound, and she makes this soap, and it's really good stuff. So yeah, come by if you're interested in some of her products. We have those, as well as we have her handmade bowls, and I just picked up this one because it has the Christmas theme to it, but she also has other bowls that are not just for Christmas. And then we've added this, if you'll hold that, Bill. We have the chopping board that we have the emblem of the county, the logo, in the front of the chopping
and
board.
Of course, you can, if you don't want to mess your emblem up,
Exactly, you
use
can
the
chop
back.
on the back, and preserve the front side. But we thought those were pretty neat to have
And
those.
A lot of folks, I think, they use these as decoration.
Oh yeah. They just set them up and like you said, use them as decoration. But the big thing is our game. We have our game, Bill, so hold that up. It's called Play Smith County. And this is kind of a board game that is like another board game that you're really familiar with.
Well, it has the houses and the hotels, and you
That's
roll
right.
the dice.
That's
you
right.
Get, I think you start out with $250,000.
$1,000.
You know, I was thinking about this. If I started out with $250,000, if it was real money, I'm not sure I'd play the rest of the game. I'd just keep my money.
Keep the money
But
and go.
You start out with $250,000, and you go around and you build a little empire
That's
and see
right.
who can win. And it's called Play Smith
Play
County.
Smith County, and it has all the different stores and banks and just businesses that are located here in Smith County.
And then a beautiful shot of the courthouse with the
Right.
American flag hanging from it. And
Yeah.
that is a wonderful game, and you
That's
can pick
right.
those up here.
They are on sale here at the museum. So come by and make a Christmas present, a unique Christmas present for somebody.
Yeah, and those were, as a matter of fact, we just got them in.
Yes, they've just come in.
Okay, so if you want a Christmas present for somebody and you want to give them something that you can't get anywhere else, right here's the place to come. Now, how do they contact us, and what are our hours?
Well, they can call here to the museum. We're open Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Our phone number is 615-735-1104. And we're here from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock on those days that we said we were open.
Okay, and one of the things that we have both at the chamber and the museum that we didn't mention is the history books.
That's right.
We still have a few of them left. There's not many.
But we're
sold
still
them.
selling them, aren't we?
Oh yeah, I sold.
You just sold
today.
one, and I sold one today too. So
yeah, so people are coming in and getting
They're
those
still-
for Christmas presents.
That's right.
So we've got the museum, or I mean the history book.
Yeah.
Also, we have some mugs that
That's
are
right.
left.
We're still selling a few of the mugs.
Okay, and then of course we have a few, not many, of the past ornaments.
There are of some years. Some years we completely sold out, but other years we may have some left over. So you could come in, maybe fill out, complete your set if you missed a year. Come by and check and see.
Okay, and of course we got different colors in these.
Oh yeah,
hats
we have
and-
different color hats and caps. So yeah, shop local, and it helps the museum.
Yeah, exactly. And if you haven't had a chance to come to the Heritage Museum and just look around, it is a very impressive collection.
That's right.
Of the history of Smith County, and it's unique to Smith County.
It is.
And you won't see this anywhere else. So
That's right.
I'm very proud that we have that. We have the privilege every once in a while of having school children come in
Yeah,
here and
we
look
do
it
have
over.
field trips occasionally.
Yeah, and that's a wonderful thing too. Well, Pam, is there anything else? I know there's some things in the works, like a rook tournament, and
Yeah, we might be getting up a rook tournament. We'll have to get more detailed on that later. We're
Okay.
not quite ready for that, but yeah.
And so there is some other things during the year in 2022. I'm sure there'll be a lot of things going
Yeah.
on. And whenever we have a major festival, like for instance William Walton Days or Hometown Christmas,
Yeah.
like that, you guys are open.
We're open.
And people can come down and
That's
look and see
right.
what you've got.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's give them the phone number one last time.
Right. It's 615-735-1104.
And then I'm going to test your memory here. What is our address here where we are?
It's 103 3rd Avenue.
103 3rd Avenue. So if you come by the courthouse from the bridge, after you pass the courthouse, you just turn right.
That's right.
And after you turn right,
You take
just
a
turn left, and you're right here at the
museum.
Smith County Heritage Museum.
You can even walk it if you chose just to park there at the courthouse.
Oh yeah, it's a close walk.
It's not a far walk.
In city terms, it's 2 blocks.
2 blocks, okay.
Yeah.
2 blocks.
So okay, well, Pam, thanks for coming by.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, actually, I guess we came by.
Yeah, you came to us this time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
So thanks.
And thank you for showing off our trees.
And thank you for letting us be here. It's been very
You're
enjoyable.
welcome.
We look forward to coming back again.
And I want everybody else to come and enjoy our trees this year.
Okay, you can learn a lot about Smith County.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we're happy to be here still at the Heritage Museum. And Mayor, I appreciate you coming by. I know most people know who you are, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Jeff Mason. I'm Smith County Mayor. Been my 3rd year of my first term. So
All right, so, and things are, in my opinion, looking good in Smith County, and I'm sure you kind of share that.
well, I answer that question at least once a day, how things are running, and right now everything is smooth. It's usually the end of the year. Of the calendar year is usually a slower time for us because you get the holidays and all, but there's some exciting things on the horizon. All this federal money's coming down. We're still waiting on the final rules and what we can and can't do with that. And one of the things that they've stressed to us at the state is make sure you use this money to make a significant impact on your community. So we're looking and to forward to seeing the rules are done and what we can do to help Smith County and its people.
Right, and you want to try to spend this money on capital, a long-term capital.
Absolutely.
It's so that it does make a long-term impact.
Yes. I mean, you know, there's actually 2, maybe 3 pots of money. You've got the direct allocation, which you already got, but we're in the interim final rule, whatever interim final rule is. I guess they'll release a final rule, but it's federal government, so anything can be possible.
Yeah.
And then TDEC has been given the state's portion, a portion of the state's portion, and they're going to push that back out to the counties. And we think the cities, first of all, it was going to be the counties, and that's going to be used for water, wastewater, stormwater kind of projects. So we're still excited. You know, I had a call yesterday with TDEC on that project, and the answer was, I don't know, let me check. So, you know, there's still this bounce, and, you know, there's some timelines. But, you know, the sad part about that is you got those timelines, and then you look around in today's world, that kind of money getting pumped into the system with already the inflation, and then you're going to try to hire an engineer, a construction company, and buy supplies and be done by 26. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be some leniency coming on that.
Okay, well, this money that's coming down, it's really going to help us. But from a fiscal standpoint, I mean, by state law, we have to have a balanced budget.
Absolutely.
And our county budget is balanced.
Absolutely.
And if my understanding is right, there was a requirement for us to have so much in reserve in case there's an emergency. And our reserve is either met or close, right?
It's met. We met it last year. Exceeded it last year, and so that's why we were able to reduce some of that tax rate back this past spring on the taxpayers. So.
Right. Well, you did a tax you gave back or reduced
25% reduction.
Yeah, and that's unheard of in this day and time.
Yeah, I mean, but it was a promise that we made. I mean, we said, you know, I stood before the people that day and told them, I said, don't judge us for what happened, judge us for how we fix it, and I feel like we've done a pretty good job of fixing it. But that don't mean you get to take your hands off the wheel and have a party.
No, that's right.
So you still got to, there's, we keep doing what we're doing and maintaining that, and it allows for good things. I mean, you look at our debt. Our debt's half of what it used to be in 3 years. So that's something I like to hang my hat on. And we've got a fully funded capital projects fund. So now when we need that ambulance or those police cars or a fire truck or a major repair to a building, we've got the money in the bank to go do that and not have to borrow the money. So.
Right, and there's still some federal funds even for stuff like that. They send down because I know when I was on county court, every once in a while we would be able to get equipment or ambulances or packages like that. So coupled with that, makes it better. But
as Smith County, and I want not the government, as Smith County as a whole has become a more prosperous county and our median incomes have gone up, those grants now for us are so much harder now to get. And even with the TDEC money that's coming down, our portion of the match on that side, it goes from 10, 20, 30, and 40. Care to guess what Smith County's portion of their match is?
It's probably 40.
It's 40.
Yeah, because I know when we first started, I've been in this job 8 years, but I was on the commission for 24 years. Yeah. And a lot of times we had a 10 or 20% match.
Right.
And those days are long gone because Smith County has moved up in the tier.
Absolutely.
And we like you say, are more prosperous.
That's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
That's a good thing. We don't want to be distressed in having those fights.
Well, that's why a lot of people don't understand. You know, they go, well, hey, let's get a grant for this and get a grant for that. Well, if you're a county that is being successful, your match portion sometimes is larger than you need to risk.
It is.
So you have to be careful about that.
And another thing, you know, we talked about it. It's the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And our sales tax numbers continue to be way up there. Our sales tax numbers are through the roof, and I attribute that a lot to. Granted, the online tax, getting that money has helped.
Absolutely.
But Main Street up here, all these businesses, I know. I don't even want to talk about what my family has spent between Holly's and Rockabilly and Southern Greek in the last month. So, you know, that's something that the money is staying at home.
Well, and you don't notice it. I mean, I went to Rockabilly's today and got, a cup of coffee, and you don't think about the fact that you're supporting the local economy, but those folks that own that, Virginia and her family, they live here in Smith County. They spend their money here in Smith County. and you're supporting them, and it just helps everybody.
Absolutely.
And on Main Street, we just recently had Hometown Christmas. We had a very large crowd for the parade. Well, I went through to every store and asked them, how did this affect you? Every one of them told me that it was an increase and it was really good for them. Right. So what we're seeing is more people are staying here during the holidays, spending their money here. And even the Walmart out here, they've told me that they have good sales. Yeah. So
Todd Dan's at Safeway.
Yeah.
Our dollar store.
Safeway, dollar stores.
And we just need more of those places for people. I think that helps. Is more places to spend your money local makes you stay local. Well,
and here's another thing too. You mentioned Todd and Angela. They support this community. They donate. They do things out in the community, and it makes you feel good when you see folks like that are doing things that really help. Absolutely. And so it's a good thing. Well, speaking about the county itself, I wish I could. No, I don't wish I could. I can't think of anything that I can't feel positive about standing here right now. Now, a meteor may hit.
Right. Well, right.
Right now,
we've still got some issues that we got to fix. Our roads still need some attention. And as we work through and and get road commissioners settled and the people vote on that maybe by next August, then we'll have a better indication on that, and then we can, whoever that is can put together a plan and start getting our infrastructures on the roadside fixed.
Well, and the good thing about that is they've got a road department over there, and they've got the money behind them, and they got the support of the county. Right. They should be able to get this done.
Yeah, just got to get that.
Well, and we got a few buildings that we're doing maintenance, but they could and you probably need some more office space, and
always could.
And
there's always a want list,
and I know for a fact
the need list is not near as long as it. As it used to be, but the want list is pretty long.
Well, and I know for a fact we need some more storage space.
Right.
But you can only do that when you have the money for it.
Right.
Anyway, Mayor, if it's going to be Christmas here this month, and everybody's kind of sitting at home, and I'm thinking maybe some of them are going to be watching this, what would you like to say to the people of Smith County out there that just as a kind of a parting thing for the year?
We've been through a pandemic and all that we've been through in the past year and a half, and I know in my personal life I've lost some folks this year. If I could tell you one thing is remember why Christmas is here, and that's for the birth of our Savior Lord Jesus Christ. That's number one. None of that other stuff matters outside of that. Number two, Amen. One thing I've learned is love the ones that you have with you, because you never know when they won't be here.
Yeah.
And that's something I've learned this year. And I knew it, but it's come more. I heard a Sunday school teacher say that, and I really stuck to that. And that's the thing about it is this time of year, don't let the hustle bustle, don't let gifts and the worry about. Spend that time with that family.
Yeah.
You actually get a time to slow down and just let it.
Well, and the one thing I noticed in my life personally is those little children that are hanging on your leg and loving on you and everything, they grow up.
Yeah.
And you sometimes you get nostalgic about, I wish they'd sit on my knee, but you got to enjoy it while they're there, while they're doing it.
I turned 50 years old 2 weeks ago, and my wife asked me a minute and said, does it bother you? And I said, no, it don't bother me. I said, I'm just trying to figure out where 50 years went.
Well, when I turn 50, I'm going to feel the same way.
There you go. Exactly. But no, and we thank y'all for what y'all are doing. For getting this word out and spotlight. And listen, we're standing in the Heritage Museum. If you've not been in here, you need to come and see this. This is one of the neatest places in Smith County, and it's kind of a hidden treasure. Not a lot of people are, but you need to come see this, especially get this beautiful tree behind us.
Yeah, and that's one thing, and I guess we're probably going to wrap up here. That's the one thing to talk about. This is the veterans tree in the veterans area of the museum.
Okay.
And I know you feel this way, and I feel this way. I can't say enough thanks to you guys out there that served in the armed services and served our country.
Absolutely.
And gave part of your life up for it.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate it. And we hope you guys out there, everybody in Smith County, has a great Christmas.
Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and here's to bigger and better things in the future.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for being here.
Thank y'all for doing this.